Hey guys, welcome to another hair experiment video. This time I'm attempting some dry detangling on my hair. I've tried dry detangling my hair before and it never has worked out very well, but a while back I stumbled across a method that seemed like it would work, and that is combining the spray leave-in conditioner with some serum. If I use the serum by itself, it just gets absorbed into my hair too quickly, and if I use the leave-in conditioner by itself, it dries out too quickly, but mixing them together seems to do the trick. Now, I really wanted to test this method to see if it would work on hair that was fairly tangled, so I decided to wait until I had put it in a wash and go, and then restyled that wash and go a couple times and slept on it and not done anything too crazy to preserve it. Plus, this wash and go was started on hair that was already 3 days out from my last detangle session. So by the time you're seeing this, it's a week after I've detangled my hair in my normal routine. So I had washed my hair, done a bunch of styles, then I did the wash and go, and now I'm finally getting around to detangling. What I needed to do, of course, was put my hair in sections and then work on it. I definitely think that if this had not been in a wash and go, if it had just been in braids or twists or whatever, it would have taken me a very quick time, because you saw how quickly I detangled that front section of my hair. Normally I wouldn't let it get like this, but I did want to see what would happen just for this experiment. I did want to give a realistic depiction of how long this process took me. So if you actually set the footage to 0.5x speed on your player, it should play in real time. This took about 50 minutes, maybe slightly shorter. One of the things I noticed is that my ends were a little tricky to get through. There were a lot of little knots and I had to stop and undo them. That generally doesn't happen if I'm detangling in the shower, because my hair likes to curl back on itself. And so unless it's in a fully stretched out state, whether with the water running down on it, the weight of the water keeping it elongated, or if it's blown out, my hair does curl up on itself and starts to knot again, exactly the way that headphones knot in your pocket with you doing nothing. That's something that I didn't necessarily enjoy, but it was also due to, again, the wash and go state plus the time elapsed since my last detangle. The other thing that was annoying was the amount of oil and leave-in that I had to use. In the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that much, but my hair felt very, very oily afterward. After this, I did not detangle again. This was my only detangle for the day, for the week actually. And then the next time I detangle, I think I'll detangle my regular way, because even though this is a method that is definitely very helpful and I can see it being useful for people who struggle with a lot of breakage when they're wet detangling, I didn't find that my shed hair was any less than normal, which tells me that I am not losing excessive amounts of hair when I wet detangle. And since that is the easiest for me and the quickest, I would prefer to do that. It would have taken me a similar amount of time to wet detangle in the shower, but I wouldn't have had to deal with my hair continuing to shrink back up as I was working on it and getting retangled again, which is a bonus for me for wet detangling. At one point, I did try a comb just to see what would happen if I used the comb instead of the brush, and I have determined that yes, when I'm in the shower, a comb works best for me with lots of running water, but if I'm going to be in any way detangling without a ton of water, the brush definitely is the best method. The only issue I have with the brush is that then I have to start at my ends and keep working up, and that means I've gone over my ends multiple times, which ultimately I think is just tearing them out and making the knots and splits worse. I still do have a little bit of damage sitting at the ends, maybe the last 3 to 4 inches, that will eventually all be cut out, but until that time I just need to treat them with a little bit more TLC so that I'm not causing that damage to go further up the shaft. When I was finished detangling and washing, I did a very simple 4 cornrow braid style, and that will be my style for the rest of the week. Overall, I think the experiment turned out well, but it's not something I'll be utilizing myself much in the future, although it is very good to know that I can use it, and it is a useful method for anyone who is interested in doing dry detangling. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.